going to talk with a representative from Caterpillar on their F-Series backhoes and all the unique improvements that have made there. And I'd like you to be introduced to Kevin Hershberger. Kevin, how are you?
I'm doing well,
Good to
Roger.
see you.
Thanks
how
for
are all
having
your
me.
pals at CAT?
Well, we're doing well.
Are you?
A lot of hard work been going on the last few
Oh,
years.
I tell
and
you.
it's good to see some results here on the floor today.
Well, I noticed that some of the backhoes, everything is going to Tier 4 emphasis, is it not?
That's right. The Tier 4 impacts our horsepower ranges now, so pretty much everything on the floor today the Caterpillar is showing are new models that have the Tier 4 Pro packages in them.
Now, one thing I learned that yesterday at your exhibit was that there's a machine over there that's been totally redesigned from front to back, top to bottom. And one of the things that caught my interest was the degree of intelligence, technology intelligence, that's been adopted into this piece of equipment.
Well, that's the challenge at Caterpillar. There's all kinds of technology available. What we try to do is look at that technology and see what makes sense for our size product. And if it's not technology that earns more money for an operator, then maybe it doesn't make sense to put on our machines. So that's part of that evaluation process.
Well, I looked at this particular piece, and we're talking about the, I think it's a 660. Am I right there? I might be.
The backhoe loader that we're showing is a new 420 F-Series.
Okay. But that was really kind of neat in the way the bucket's been redesigned and everything else, the arm.
Yeah, it all started basically with taking a look at what we needed to do to deliver the new emissions packages for these machines, which drove us to redesign the front loader arms because we have a wider engine installation. Our approach at CAT is if we're going to redesign something, if we're going to touch it and change it, let's see if we can't make it better. And so that's really what drove the changes to our new loader arms. So totally redesigned front end on both our single tilt machine and our integrated tool carrier.
Now, does this also include a wide range or just one or two particular machines in your lineup?
It affects actually all of what we call our smaller machines, our 416, 420, and 430 size machines. So that's the majority of the size classes sold actually in the North American Center.
I've got a couple of notes here that I'd like to refer to. What's the difference with the new loader linkage compared to the E-Series machines?
Okay, the new loader arms, they're a little bit longer. They deliver more dump height, dump clearance for loading up into trucks. They also deliver some increased performance. So you're going to see about a 12-13% improvement in lift capacity.
That's important.
That's important. That's a pretty big number.
That is a big number.
Anytime you get, if we're talking about a couple percent, a lot of people aren't going to notice that.
Right.
But you're talking 10% or more.
Right.
Nearly everybody who operates a machine is going to
Contractors sure going to be pleased and want to have a look at that particular.
That's right, and it's going to be something they can demonstrate and they can see for themselves when they run these machines.
I also have a note here on the electronic torque limiter improving the hydraulic performance. And I guess there's a lot of people, and I really amongst them, although I've been associated with this business now for about 8-10 years, there's a difference between operating systems. Some are electric, some are fuel driven, but yours is all hydraulics.
Yeah, this electronic torque limiter is part of the pump control, the hydraulic pump control. And since Caterpillar built our very first backhoe some 26 years ago, we've had load sensing hydraulic systems. So it was a very advanced hydraulic system when we first brought it out. Still, we're the only manufacturer that has it standard on all our machines. But the electronic control takes that to the next level because it gives us the ability to do a better job of managing engine power to the hydraulic system.
Does the engine power have a lot of effect of, as far as not just RPMs and how that machine functions, but as far as the operator ability to cope with different, let's say, materials and different project sizes and types?
Yeah, I think that's a good description. Where he'll see that is in response of the machine. So with the electronic pump control now, we'll have a more responsive machine. He'll actually see more productivity out of this machine, even though we didn't change the hydraulic pressures or flows. So if you look at a spec sheet, you may not think that's a more productive machine,
right?
But you put it out in the dirt and you're likely to see it.
Yeah, yeah. Now, what about operator comfort and controls? I noticed some things that have been changed now. That technology is amazing.
Yeah, it's fun to be at the show like this, and people get up in your cab,
right,
and you just hear a lot of positive comments. We really focused on the operator station. In fact, this go-around, we didn't have to make many changes in the operator station because people like our cab very well. We did make some changes to some of the controls for the engine, some electronic controls, give it some features more like a hydraulic excavator.
Great. Kevin Hershberger with the F-Series backhoes from Caterpillar, and they're in the central hall right here at World of Concrete, so you ought to stop by and see them. I forgot your booth number, but it's down there someplace.
It's right down there in the middle of the central hall.
You can't miss it. Cat signs everywhere.
Thanks for having me, Roger.
Well, it's my pleasure. It sure is. It's great to talk to you, and I got to say it's great to have Caterpillar as a sponsor of For Construction Pros and Construction News Tracker. Great. Say hello to all my pals over there.
We'll do it, Roger.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And have a good day.
Thank you.
Kevin Hershberger.